everybody, and welcome back to Freezer Treats, a podcast from the Icebox Radio Theater, where we thaw out something delicious from our icebox for you to enjoy. That's right, we have nearly 20 years of radio plays, going back all through the history of this revolution that we're now calling podcast fiction. And a lot of these plays are still pretty darn good, especially the ones that are about our particular corner of the world, International Falls, Minnesota, which is what I have for you today. Here is a story that's called Baiting Bumpo. It's a fantasy piece, and it has to do with ice fishing, which, for those of you that don't live in the far north, might not believe that this is actually a thing that happens, but it's true. People go out on the ice, on the frozen lakes, when the ice is thick enough, and by thick enough I mean 5-6 feet, cut holes in the ice and continue to fish just as if it were summertime and they were sitting there in a boat. If you've ever seen the film Grumpy Old Men, that's basically a documentary. And our story is about a grumpy old man who refuses to replace his very dangerous gas heater and the results of that, which might or might not include a talking fish. Here now is a piece of Baiting Bumpo.
Crazy sitting here, that's all. I'm just crazy sitting here. Crazy to freeze, that's what. Oh, no, I'm turning it on. Crazy even thinking about it. Can't get by out here without a heater. Crazy even trying. I can't. Oh, yeah, that cleared him out. Oh, crazy, that's what you are, Bumpo. You can't fish this time of year without a heater. And no hallucinations can yet change that. Talking fish. Talking fish.
A talking fish? Where?
You scare me to death.
Oh, sorry, old boy. I understand you were waiting for me.
You're real.
Come, we've been all over this. You're behaving like a bore, Bumpo. Of course I'm real.
But fish don't talk.
Denying the obvious is not much better than stating it over and over.
Oh, but you gotta understand. There's no way that this would be...
Yes?
Fish don't talk to people.
Ah, it's like that, is it?
Of course it's that.
Calm down, old man. You'll give yourself a stroke. I can explain everything.
You can? Oh, man, am I glad to hear that.
It's just simply that, well, you've called me.
You got my message.
Yes, but that's not what I meant. You called me here before today. Weeks ago, as a matter of fact.
No, I didn't.
Dear, I must start at the beginning. All right, you see this lake down here?
Yeah?
This is where the fishes live.
You making fun of me?
Too simple? Very well. The lake you see, Perry, is like a small universe. Much more than just a lake, much more.
Okay, what is it? Beside a lake, I mean.
Oh, it's a home for literally millions of creatures, great and small, some of whom you can't even see.
You mean like microscopic stuff?
No. I mean like me. A creature that can't exist in your world. There are no talking fish in your world, correct?
Of course not.
My point, in my world, we have talking fish. We also have tap-dancing hermit crabs and a leech that yodels.
You're pulling my leg.
No, he's quite good, if you enjoy that sort of thing.
But that's stupid.
In your world, yes. But in my world, the idea of a man walking around on land is ridiculous.
You mean you have people?
Well, of course we have people. Not as many, you understand, and they live down here in the lake.
People what live in the water?
Well, of course, it's a natural thing in the world I come from.
Then they must have...
Have gills, yes, just as fish do. You're getting it, old boy.
Oh. Hey, that'd be something. Living down there under the lake. A lot of caves down there, I bet. I just go and get me one and settle right in.
And there it is.
What?
The call you sent to me. The cry out of one in the wilderness searching for inner peace.
Huh?
You, dear Bumpo, are dissatisfied with your world. You want to come to mine. And you sent me a message to that effect.
All right, that one was an awful lot of fun to do. I believe it was the debut on a recorded form of the Icebox Radio Theater of Justin Kapla, who's now our treasurer and a member of the board, and also Nero Wolf, if you've ever heard any of our other podcasts. Baiting Bumpo is available on the Tales from the Rack Fantasy and Sci-Fi podcast. No fish were harmed in the producing of this this radio play. It has a special place in my heart because when I first started writing stories about International Falls, ice fishing was something right at the top of the list. It was a unique activity that people especially from other parts of the world, were very interested in. So the idea of doing a fantasy piece featuring an ice fisherman was very, very compelling to me. Well, this has been Freezer Treats. We'll be back next week with another great play from the archives of the Icebox Radio Theater.